This next craft we call Twisted Stars. It's these fun paper crafted stars made by cutting and twisting paper. It is on the difficult level and you probably need some extra hands. So I hope you enjoy this fun Advent craft. You can see we have some hanging in our window also, along with the ones that you'll be making that will be like this. We hope you enjoy. Happy Advent. Okay. All right, are you ready, Finn?
Yep.
All right, so this is a craft that you first did at school.
Yes.
And so you're helping me do this. So for this, you're gonna need the paper, these paper squares. There should be 8 paper squares that came from your Advent kit. You'll need, well, 6, but you have 2 extras just in case. And you'll need some tape. I think tape works better than glue. Some people use like a school glue, like a glue stick, but I found, I think you use tape in school. I think I found when I was doing the samples is that it took a really long time for the glue to dry and I had to hold it. And that seemed to really slow me down. And you'll need some scissors, so, all right. And this craft is a little bit on the harder side, so those older kids are going to be able to do it on their own and younger kids will probably need help. So what you start with is you're going to need to fold 6 of these pieces of paper, and you'll start by folding in a triangle into a triangle. So it doesn't matter because they're squares, it doesn't matter, you're just going to take a point to a point. All right? Got a point to a point there, Finn? You want to? Nope, you didn't mess it up. You just need to.
I just need to line it.
You just need to go like this and then. Yep, exactly. So now we have to do that 6 more times. So we'll do it 6 more times. Okay. I'm gonna probably be faster than you, but that's okay. And if you can just get a good fold on that. Okay.
It doesn't have to be exactly.
Nope, doesn't have to be exact. Exactly. It just has to be close. And we have more folding to do after this too. So hopefully, I'm going to set these other 2 aside. I'm going to set your 2 aside. Oh, I'm going to set 2 of these aside. Do you want me to help you fold? All right, last one here, because we have one more fold to do in these. Okay, so now that we have our triangle, our open end, we're going to take this point and fold down so that we have a smaller triangle. So you're just going to take this and fold it up there. And this one is a little bit harder to fold there because you've got more paper.
Folded it once.
Exactly, because I've already folded it once.
You're just practically folding more paper
at
the same time.
Exactly.
It doesn't look like it.
Just a little harder. All right.
Again, it just has to be close.
Yep, exactly. Thanks again for the reminder, Finn. It just has to be close. This is not an exact science. It's a fun. I'll fold some for you also. Okay. You got your last one. And maybe I forgot to say, one of the other things you might need is if you got a little stapler, that could be helpful. So, to help put that all together. Okay, all right. So now that we have 6 of our folded triangles, we're ready to cut. And so you'll grab your scissors, but what you need to remember, this is what, hold on a second, Finn. I want you to hold your paper so that the open side, so you know you can look in, open side, oh, bless you. This open side is facing in one direction because we're gonna cut along that. We're gonna make 3 cuts. And we're gonna just eyeball, and we're gonna sort of see them go along the edge here. 1, 2, and then 3. All right, so I made 3 cuts. And again, it doesn't have to, you don't cut all the way to the end.
All the way to the end because then it will fall off.
Yeah, you leave it just a little bit. I hope you can see that. You leave a little bit in the end. So you make 3 cuts, and they don't have to be exact. And then the final one, yep. And when we unfold it, it looks like this. And this is what we're gonna fold and tape into our twisted star.
Sometimes it gets caught.
Yep, sometimes it gets caught, so maybe just go along the seam here. All right, okay, so we'll set this one off to the side and we'll continue to make these cuts along the open edge, all right? So, and remember 3 cuts. So 1, 2.
Making it 3 times. You're not cutting each one 3 times.
Yeah. So, and then we'll just keep repeating until we have 6 of these pieces of paper. We'll just kind of set them off to the side, and again, taking our open side and cutting along that. Yep. With the bend towards you. Okay. And
like if you do it the opposite way, you will probably make it like cut.
it won't look like this diagonal.
Like I think I did here.
Yep. Oops. Lost a paper. Okay. All right, folded side out, bend, fold here, open side out, bend towards me, cut 3 times. And this can be done with any paper you have around the house.
But if it's like the rectangle shape, you want to cut it to be a square.
Yep, you have to make sure they become a square so you can fold it. Did you hurt yourself?
No.
Oh.
So, like,
Yep.
if you have a rectangular piece of paper, just cut it to where it looks like a square. It doesn't have to be exactly a square though.
Yep. Exactly. So if you have a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you can make a square that's 8.5 by 8.5, right?
Yes.
All right.
You want them to be the same, about the same size.
All right, so your open part out, holding on to your fold and making your cuts. 1, 2.
And make sure that you don't cut on this side. This side isn't a little bit.
Yeah, it does. That's the side you want to cut that way. So you got your papers like this.
I don't think it matters which way you do it.
Maybe not. Should I try one and see
I
if
don't
it
think
matters?
it matters which side you do it on. Like I don't
Yeah.
think if it matters on the crease side or
Right.
this side or this.
As long as you're cutting
as long
along
as you cut it
the way for the open, right?
and don't cut it completely off.
Yep.
'Cause-
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Finn.
but I
It
think
doesn't
it's
matter.
harder if you cut it on the crease side.
Okay.
Like cut.
All right. So I'm gonna move the scissors because we
I'll
don't
hold
need
the
those.
either.
Yeah. Sorry. You should have had sharper scissors.
It doesn't matter.
All right. So now I'm gonna just kind of flatten out my papers here in front of me. Okay.
I don't want to.
All right. I'm gonna help you by flattening this out here, Finn. Okay. All right. Okay. So now the fun begins. All right, you ready? So we'll just take a tiny little bit of tape, not whatever.
Just do it one at a time.
One piece
You
at
don't
a time.
want you don't make sure you're only doing one.
Yeah.
Like I had to redo it once when I was at school because I did 2 at a time.
Okay, and you just need a small amount. That's probably way too much, Finn, because you don't. Here, use your scissors just to cut off just a little bit, okay? Just a tiny little piece of tape will do the trick. So what we're going to do,
That much.
yeah, that will work, is we're gonna take our innermost little piece and we're gonna put a little bit of tape on the edge. So I would do it this way, just because it's a little bit easier. So take one of these edges and kind of fold it up, put it on this outside. Yep, and then you grab the other one
The other one and attach them.
and attach them. So you're making like a little tube, like almost. All right, you can pinch it. And then,
And if it is like mine and it isn't a tube, just take the tape off and do it again.
and just do it again, yep.
And try to like,
And you can use your finger, yep, or a wooden spoon, or even you could put your pen in there to kind of make the tube, if that helps. All right, and then you flip it to the other side.
and then you do the same thing, just take
Yep, grab a little bit of piece of tape.
the next most thing.
You take your next one and you kind of bend your paper out and then you tape that
Also,
together.
Not enough tape will not do.
Yeah, you want just enough because you want it to stay, but you don't want so much tape that it's like wrapped around multiple times. Okay, and then you flip it back over to be on the same side that you started with. You grab another piece of tape and grab your ends and do the same. You're going to be doing this a lot of times here, so okay, you kind of pinch that together. Yep, you're going to go that way. You can go this way.
So it's like, you have to do this, because there's 6 of them, and there is 4 per. It's gonna be 20. You're gonna have to fold it and do that process 24 times.
All right. All right, then you're gonna flip it over again. And you're going to tape your last one here. All right, so that you get something that looks like this. All right, and then we're gonna set this off to the side and we're gonna repeat that again, as Finn said, 20 more times because we've already done it 4 times. All right, so here we go. And we'll just keep going, right? And you want to use the trick of the pen to help you fold around that? All right, okay. And then I flip it over. It's a lot of taping and flipping at this point. Your hands got sticky.
I think it's because of our table.
All right, and flip it back over. Probably gonna work a little bit faster than you, Finn, so I could always help you in the end here. Okay.
There's that one. Flip it. Grab some tape.
Yeah, you could also maybe save a little bit of time though by just taking your tape off and leaving like 4 at a time out, but
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, there's a
There's another one. All right, set it off to the side and start your third one. All right, and I gotta turn it over again. You gotta remember your flipping, all right?
Yeah, flipping is important, otherwise it won't turn out how we want it.
Yep, exactly.
And you'll have to grab one of the extra pieces of paper that you are provided in your Advent supply bag.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Whew. Hard work, huh? All this paper folded. All right. So here we go. I'm starting my next one. You need a little bit more tape. If you need a little more tape, you just grab some more tape. That works too.
I think it's because the tape just like it did like the thing where it becomes double-sided tape without actually using double-sided tape.
Okay, well, I'm also making sure I'm smoothing them. I'm really pressing them together so that they stick well. And like I said before, you could use school glue or a glue stick, but you then would have to hold the paper until it dried, and that took a lot longer than the tape method. So,
And the tape method is just like you're not using that much tape.
well, and you know, and you can't, because most tape is clear, you can't really see it, so it's a good thing to use.
And sometimes the glue,
And-
like some glue sticks like are purple.
The dry
think-
glue. Yeah,
Is white, but if it doesn't dry completely, like sometimes the glue will just like kind of stop drying, and it can take a lot longer for it to dry out, and then you'll have to wait a lot longer for it to look how you want it to look like.
yeah. And when I was doing it with the glue too, you know how your fingers can get dirty from the glue, and then they got on
And
there.
then sometimes it sticks to your hand.
Yeah, so that kind of made it look a little messier than I would like it, but
And it's just annoying in the first place, and then you have to like wash your hands, and then
Yeah.
you have to go back, and then you have to wait a while for your hands to dry, because even with like a drying, like even with a towel, you'll get every single drop of the water off,
yeah.
which can cause the paper to be like,
Plus, it's easier to fix. If something does just come apart, it's easy to fix with your tape.
yeah.
All right, and we just keep our folding. All right,
Flipping again is very important.
folding and flipping, folding and flipping. Oops, see this? I got a little corner. Let's see if I can save it. All right. All right, good job, Ben. You're doing a good job. So you did this last year in 3rd grade, and you had it around Christmas time, and we hung it up in the window. And so these would be nice to hang in the window, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
They work really well.
yeah,
And it looks a lot better. Like if you live in a neighborhood, like people could they could come up to your house and say, "Wow, that looks really good." And it doesn't. It is like it's one of those things where it's like it looks really good when it's finished, but it really isn't much to make it.
Yeah, it's a kind of a simple craft, but it's really very nice when it gets done, right? Then I'm folding your last one here. I hope that's okay.
Yep.
All right, so
Like it looks really amazing, and it doesn't take too long or too much work to do.
yeah. And you can do them like we did our samples. You can do them in different colors. You can do them in different sizes, and you can mix those up, and that looks, it's a really nice little mixture, right?
Like if you do like a light blue and then white pattern,
Yeah.
because it's an even number,
Yeah. Okay, you got this. All right. Okay. So you could tape this or use some glue, but we're gonna use a little stapler, and maybe since we're all kind of got school happening at home, maybe we have a little stapler around our house, but we're gonna gather our pieces and we're gonna start by putting 3 together. So I'm gonna take one of the tips. Yeah, we can move some of the scissors out of the way. All right, so.
They aren't needed anymore. You just need you'll need the tape.
Yeah, we'll.
If you are doing if you're doing the thing where you use tape instead of a mini stapler like this one, then you'll still need the tape, but you don't need the scissors or the pen or the wooden spoon that you use to put through the middle.
Yeah. All right, so then you take one of your, I guess we'll call them star points here, right? Take a star point, and then you want to take another one, and then you're going to match up your little points. So I don't know if you can see that here. So I'm matching them up, all right? And then I'm gonna add one more to this. Sometimes it's easier just to kind of, however you wanna bend. And then this is where we're going to staple them together. All right, you ready, Finn? Do you have 3? You gotta put 3 together so that you get the part of the star like this. Now I'm gonna set that off to the side. Here, do you want me to hold and you staple?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know.
It's this, you'll need probably an extra pair of hands for this step, correct? I mean,
it's a bit harder.
It's hard. All right, so Finn, I got that, and nope, that's in this part right there. Yep. All right, there we go. Stapled together. Half of them, and now we're gonna repeat that with the other 3 that haven't been stapled together. So you'll grab those and you'll put together them in your points, right?
They actually go together, they bend into each other really
yep,
nicely.
Exactly. I'm gonna grab this mini stapler here, Finn. Okay. All right, so then I've got my second half there. All right. Do you need help? You want me to hold? Yeah. Extra hands.
Really
extra hands. Especially with this, I used a little bit of thicker paper, and that's also.
At school, so when I did this last year, we all had to help each other to put them together.
Yep.
Because that stuff was so hard.
Yep. All right. So Finn, do you want to put yours together? Should I hold yours together? And then we're going to staple them together. The 2 parts, we're going to put them together, okay?
Mini stapler.
With the mini stapler. Hopefully this works. You want to come in here? You might have to do 2 staples. Just, nope, that's this side's the one that has to go. Yep. Oh, and of course, hold on. No, I think we're out of staples. But you take that. I'll hold these together, and we're gonna probably need to do
2 staples.
2
because
staples.
we did the other one in the middle.
Yep. Okay. So. Try to get it more on the middle of it.
Yes.
Is that hard?
Or it can be a bit tricky too.
But this is gonna get in our way. We gotta take this staple out. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Try again. Okay. So push it. Yep. There you got it. Way in there, Finn. Way in there. Okay. And then we'll go on the other side and do the same. Get it way in. Yep. Awesome. All right.
And then you have your complete snowflake.
Well, and then you can also tape them together.
Yeah.
These parts that you can take a little bit of tape and tape these parts together.
But this also works. You can just keep it like this if you want.
All right, so I'm okay right now, Finn. Just hold on. Okay. And one more down this way. All right.
Now the problem is getting the mini stapler out.
Okay. And there we have it. I'm gonna just maybe do a little bit of taping in between so you can see what that's like. If you just wanna do a little tape here. And just kind of figure out how to tape these where your natural edges are together. Okay, that holds them together. And just a couple more, right? And one last one, and then we have, you want to hold yours up too, Finn? Our twisted snowflake or star. All right.